Hi everyone, this is Mr. Nyakenyanya Japhet, a psychologist and a mediator. This week we are going to talk about depression and anxiety awareness. As you all know, in our country, even in the globally, depression has been a threat. We lose many people due to depression. Many people are suffering out. Families are separating without even being aware. Even those people you are just with, they are suffering from depression. So this week I'm gonna take you through the steps on how you can detect the person who is suffering from depression. Depression, it is a disease which affects the mind and the mental process. Now, because I want you to understand and I want you to be aware, you know, once you come across with us, with the people as a psychologist, because this is what we study, you will learn more about how to deal with this issue. And to make you understand better, depression, it is a disease which it is not a disease which cannot be cured. Most people fear that once you have been told, maybe you have gone to hospital, you have been told that you have depression, people say that maybe it is a life sentence, you are going to die. No, depression, it is a disease which can be cured. Now, because depression itself and anxiety, it's a big topic that needs even the whole day to talk about. But I'm going to take a very short time so that to make you to be aware about this depression. Now let me talk about the causes of depression. Causes of depression, one, it can be genetic. When I talk about the genetic, you may get one of your families he had a depression, or he has been, there's one of your families who is experiencing, who experienced the depression. So it can be transferred through the genes. And again, depression can be even you can get depression even through the behaviors that you can acquire from other people. Again, depression, you can get it even from the environment. Depression, you can get it even from the drugs that you use. Most people, you can even get depression because of what we say in psychology, because of cognitive, because how you feel about yourself. If you feel yourself like you have a low self-esteem, the way you process the information, it can affect you to have depression. Now, what in our country, what causes depression? Majorly, what causes depression nowadays? It's because you get in a. Let me take you to a step for you to get out this depression. How you can get depression? One, the way our mind works, we have what you call conscious mind, we have subconscious mind, and unconscious mind. Now, as you all know that this mind, the way it works, our mind is like a dustbin. When it is like a dustbin, the information, the experiences that we can get when we were young. Let's say, for example, let me take an example of a girl child who was raped in the past. That experience that it is stored into our mind. The way our mind works, it works through from the subconscious mind. Let me put it clear. When you talk about conscious mind, this is the front mind. That, let's say, for example, I ask you, what am I talking to? You will say, I'm talking about depression. I'm talking about anxiety. The information that you have forward, the instant information you have. This one is going to make you you don't take a lot of energy to think about. And we have what you call subconscious mind. Subconscious mind, this is where the information is being stored. And then we have conscious mind. This is where the past experience it is stored in unconscious mind. Now, how does human operate? Human operates from those information which is stored in subconscious mind. In anything we do in our lives, anything, even the way we make our decisions, the decisions we make these decisions from subconscious mind. If you don't have the foundation, the well foundation into your subconscious mind, it means that it's going to affect, right? So how do we do this? I mean that this subconscious mind, like the experiences that we have, our mind stores the experiences, bad experiences, And then let's say, for example, it makes even you feel unworthy. When you feel unworthy, you see that you are unwanted. Everything you feel like, let's say for example, you have lost your family member. When you have lost your family member, that feelings like you didn't undertake a grief process in a good way. You see that feelings, it can cause depression. And another way you can do it is about drugs. When we talk about drugs, we mean that those drugs we take, it goes into our mind. We have what we call the transmitters in our mind. These transmitters, let's say for example, you take marijuana, you take mira and the other drugs, they make that chemicals. We have what you call the serotonin and the dopamine, and then they lower those serotonin, and then now you think more. When you think more, you get that you have got depression. So depression, let me go to another step. How you can, now that you have known how you can acquire, how you can be infected by depression, let us know how we can deal with depression. Depression, now that because those experiences are there, if you go to the hospital and you get be told that you have depression, what are you supposed to do? One, if you identify that you have depression, go to the hospital, seek for medical intervention. Go to the psychologist, if psychologists see that your case is a worst case, he can send you to psychiatric, where you are going to be given medication. When you will be given medication, you will also undergo psychotherapy, where you will go into a process where with a counselor or the psychologist to make you understand how to deal with emotions, because these emotions, it is the one which makes us to think more. And when you see somebody like now, you see somebody, we have even, I'm going to talk, because of time, I may even talk about symptoms. One of the symptoms of depression, we have what you call, you lack, there's insomnia, you lack sleep at night. There's other times you can sleep a lot, and then you can have the loss of appetite. You can have even you eat more, and then we have even there is a loss of memory. When you lose memory, it means that those are some of the symptoms that you have depression. And then you get there's what you call hallucination. You get even people are talking too much. People are talking things which are not existing. You see, that's what you call depression. Depression, again, as I said earlier, this month it is for suicide prevention. When it is for suicide prevention, it means that depression can cause people to lose hope. When somebody has lost hope, they start even thinking on how they can lose their life. Because when you have depression, it is when you are under pressure, when you see that life is not going to your side. So as I said, but the many patients who have interacted with a psychologist, they say that once they have gone to the psychologist, it gets hurt. When you have the issue, when you feel like you are under pressure, when you feel like there's some issues which you cannot sort for yourself, you need to go for a psychologist. And the one thing that with that psychologist, there's what you call confidentiality is the key. You cannot go and tell everybody about your story. You cannot go to anybody and then you tell what you have been facing. Those experiences cannot be ended if you tell to other people. You need to get somebody who you trust. You need to get somebody who will keep confidentiality. And then now, when you call people like us psychologists, we will just keep confidentiality is going to be the key. And once you came, maybe what about if you are going to be told like you have depression, and then now how are we going to help you to get out of this depression? It is maybe you can be under medication. When you will be under medication, it doesn't mean that when you are under medication you are going to be under medication forever. No, it can take processes, and these processes, if you are going to be the one who is going to determine for your treatment, you are the one who is going to determine for your treatment. You are going to be the first facilitator. In depression, it is something we deal with the mind, and something we deal with the mind, it means you are the one who can make this process to be effective. So I want to mean that when you see your friend there who is suffering from depression, don't see that it is a life sentence. I mean that depression can be managed. Depression can be something that we can deal away with. It has taken our people. It has taken even the families, for the ones that we love. But let me tell you, depression, it is something that we need to deal with. It is something that we can avoid. So I want us to say that let us all, we are going to give you our numbers. they seek medical attention. We don't want to lose. Like in our country, through depression on a daily basis, you hear about people killing themselves. You hear about families killing like families, a father killing his children, like a mother killing the father and even the father and killing himself. Depression, we can avoid it. Depression, it is something that we can deal away with. Depression, again, let me tell you that when you kill, when you take suicide, you are not going to end the problem. You are going to cause more problems. The only way you can deal with your problems, talk. Share your problem with the one you trust. Share your problem with a psychologist. Seek medical attention. And when you are going to the major problem with the patients who have got the depression is that most of them, they see when they take drugs, they just see that we are taking drugs for life. No, take drugs and then you will be okay. For this, because for this is going to make your health to be something that you treasure, something that when you are okay, you do things okay. You know, once a person is suffering in a family, it affects everybody. If somebody has a depression in your family, it's going to affect everybody. So I'm going to say that this mental health, this depression and anxiety, let us be open up. If we have issues, if there's something that you are experiencing, share it out. Look for psychologists. I'm not saying that you look for me, but if you can get my number, look for me. Come and then we help you so that we end depression. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. And then subscribe to my YouTube channel to get those psychological teachings. Thank you very much.